Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a live episode of Vinyl for Sale. Today is December 1st. This is episode number 10, the first time I've ever done this live. My name is G.I. Sanders. If you are not familiar, I own a record shop called NTX Vinyl, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you are in the US, you are in the right place to shop for some records. Unfortunately, we do not ship internationally. At some point in the future, maybe we will fix that. But for right now, US shipping. I'm going to repeat the housekeeping items throughout the show, but I'm going to kick it off by going through, for those who have not watched me do these vinyl for sale episodes before, a couple things to note. Like I mentioned, US only, that's most important. Secondarily, PayPal only, very key. We only accept PayPal for these specific sales. That's very important. There is a link which I will put in the comments right here. That is ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. That's where you will claim the albums that you are looking to purchase. This week we've got some amazing stuff. I've got two entire crates full records: No Doubt, Bush, Alice in Chains, Maiden, Primus, War on Drugs, Sabbath, Beatles, Soundgarden, Van Morrison, Foo Fighters. I could keep going. We're going to get into all of these records. I'm going to go through them. They are all new records, all new sealed mint albums. List prices are on the albums. If you buy three or more, you're going to get 15% off. So three or more, 15% off. And again, the way to claim these albums is to go to ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. Feel free to submit more than one claim form. So, if you see a couple albums and you want to go ahead and pop over to the form and submit them, because it is a first come, first served basis. We don't have an unlimited amount of all of these, as you can imagine. Some we have just a couple, some we may have a lot more. So it just really depends on the album. But get your claim in as quickly as possible, and we will do our best to fulfill your order. Once you submit the claim, you don't need to do anything else other than wait to hear for us. So we will send you an invoice. Typically, those invoices will go out the next day before noon. So be patient. We will get to them as soon as possible. That will come via a PayPal invoice. So again, that's why it's important when you fill out the form, you put in your PayPal email address in addition to your basic name and the albums you're looking to claim. If you are local, absolutely, you can choose local pickup. That's, of course, free. So again, 15% off for three or more. It is $6 unlimited USPS media mail shipping. So it doesn't matter if you order one album or 10 albums, it's going to be $6. PayPal only, ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. If you have any questions, since we're doing this live, feel free to put those in the chat. That's part of the idea of doing this live, make it a little more interactive if anybody has any questions about a specific album. I'm not really taking requests because I've already got preset inventory that we're going to do. But again, if you have any questions about the albums, the artist, the pressings, happy to answer them as best I can. Let's dive in. If someone doesn't mind, let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can. I do have a record spinning in the background. That's actually how we're going to kick this off. The record I'm listening to, which is way back there, you can't really see it, is a beautiful record by a jazz master. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Appreciate that, y'all. This is Grant Green and Idle Moments, an absolutely beautiful record. $30 on Grant Green. This is a Blue Note reissue. I believe this is from 2021. Yes, 2021 reissue of a jazz classic. If you're into jazz guitar, Grant Green is a great place to start. He's fantastic. So I'd really recommend it. Great record for the holidays, honestly. Great background music, great chill vibe. So that's Grant Green, Idle Moments, $30 list price. That's how this is going to roll. I'm going to go through them quick, try and get through all of these. Again, if you have any questions, I'll try and keep up with the feed. Loud and clear. Love the Stickman shirt. Thank you, Matt. I love this shirt as well. I wear it often. I call it my uniform. I have about 4 or 5 different uniforms. All right, next up, that's honest. I think that's the only jazz release, and most everything else, I would say 98% of everything else is rock. Didn't plan it that way. It just happened based on the inventory that I had coming in. So if you're into rock, this is going to be a good one for you. The first First one was Grant Green. There you go, Grant Green, Idol moments. Next on the list, Cherry Pie by Warrant. This is a hot release. I don't have much hip hop this time at all. Cherry Pie, this is $40. This is a brand new reissue, music on vinyl, limited edition of 2,000 numbered copies on black marble color vinyl. So I'm going to show you this one because it's in a resealable sleeve, which means I can open it up and show you this beautiful wax. This is a really nice pressing of an album that traditionally, as far as the original pressings or even reissues, have been really hard to come by. And I was really excited, and I know a lot of people were really excited that it got repressed by Music on Vinyl because it's a quality reissue. It does come with an insert. Again, the price is $40. This is imported. They have not pressed this in the US. These start out coming from the Netherlands. So Cherry Pie, $40, Music on Vinyl, colored pressing, limited to, what did I say, limited to 2,000 copies? Yes, 2,000 numbered copies. So they're numbered right there on the back. You can see the gold stamp number. So there you go, Warrant. Next on the list, Throwing Copper by Live. Finally back in print. This one has been out of print for a while. Super glad that it's back. $30 on Throwing Copper by Live. This is a huge album for them. The big radio hits were I Alone, Lightning Crashes. Those were the two biggest singles on this one. Great alternative album. What year was this? 96, I think. Let's see. The print is almost too small to even see what the original year was, but this is a reissue, 2019 reissue that they just reprinted. So $30 on Throwing Copper by Live. Next up, we've got The Strokes. Is This It, which is the original cover. As you can tell, $40 on The Strokes. Fantastic record. Is This It? Title track, Barely Legal. The big single was Last Night. Hard to explain. This also features New York City Cops, which was stripped out of the US version. $40 on The Strokes. Next up, Stone Cold classic, Deja Vu, another album that I'm glad is back in print. $30 on Deja Vu from CSNY. This is cut by Bernie Grunman, I believe. Really nice repressing. This came out in a box set, kind of an expanded box set that they did with a lot of extras. And this is the single LP that they stripped out of the box set, but the quality is the same. So again, $30 on Deja Vu. Just to reiterate, because we got a lot of people who've just joined, the way that you buy these albums is you go to ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. I'm going to put the link again in the comments here. It's also in the description of the video. You simply enter your information, US only, PayPal only, $6 unlimited media mail shipping. Buy 3 or more, you get 15% off. I'm going to try and repeat that as many times as I can so when new people join, they know what's going on. Next up, we've got Tragic Kingdom. We're going to stay in the 90s. $30 for black vinyl reissue of No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom. $30. Sticking right there. Bush, 16 Stone. $35 is a double LP clear vinyl 20th anniversary on Bush's 16 Stone. Love this album. Everything Zen was the first single. Come Down was a single. Let's see. Glycerine was a single. I think Little Things was even a single. So great alternative record. I don't know all of their catalog, but I know this album really, really well. Okay, hold on. Do not put information in the chat. The only way, thank you for flagging that, Michael Decker. The only way to purchase these is to go to ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. That's the way to purchase these albums. You'll have to get out of this live feed. So make a note of what albums you're looking to grab. Scratch it down on paper, jot it down on your phone, whatever you're going to do, and then hit the form after the show finishes. Or you can go ahead and hit it and come back. You're going to miss a few albums probably, but that's just the way this rolls when we're doing a live setting. If you're on a computer, you could pull it up side by side, but I know most people are probably watching on their phone. So moving right along, we have Alice in Chains, self-titled or Three-Legged Dog or Tripod or whatever you want to call it. This is not an original pressing. This is, okay, Don't put credit card information in the chat. That is not a good idea. All right, I digress. Alice in Chains. This is unofficial. So unofficial pressing. This one is impossible to come by. If you're looking for just an original, it'll probably cost you $300-400 if you can find one, which is why an unofficial pressing exists. This is a double LP on green and black marble vinyl. These are sealed copies. Does sound really good if you'd like to have a placeholder in hopes for replacing it later with an actual reissue. So in lieu of having an official one, you can pick up this unofficial if you'd like. $50 double LP green and black marble vinyl. All right. Moving right along to Aerosmith. This is their big 90s record, Get a Grip. As you can see, reissued on 180 gram vinyl. $45 on Aerosmith. Features huge singles, Crying, Crazy. What was the other one? I think the title track, Living on the Edge. That was a big one too. So, all right. Aerosmith, $45 on Get a Grip. Next up, one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, The Crow. $35 on The Crow, featuring Stone Temple Pilots, Nine Inch Nails, The Cure, Pantera, Rage, and more. 2 LP vinyl with a crow etching on side 4. $35 on The Crow. Speaking of some great alternative rock, how about Above by Mad Season? This is a music on vinyl reissue, 180 gram, includes bonus tracks featuring Mark Lanigan. Went in after the fact and added a few bonus tracks. The songs Black Book of Fear, Slip Away, and a remix of I Don't Want to Be a Soldier, as well as Locomotive. So awesome pressing, awesome reissue of a classic 90s album. $45 on Above by Mad Season. Let's mix it up. How about a Christmas record? This is The Spirit of Christmas by Ray Charles. Glad this one got reissued because it is a tough one to come by as far as originals are concerned. $30 on The Spirit of Christmas by Ray Charles. Pretty classic Christmas album. I believe, it came out in 1985 originally and just never got reissued. I've only seen original copies of this, a couple times, and they usually are $50-75 copies. So nice that this one came back in just in time for the holidays. Next up, another really cool soundtrack that came out recently. This is Life Moves Pretty Fast, the John Hughes mixtapes. This is really cool. If you're familiar with John Hughes, this is some of the key musical moments from 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, on and on and on. An absolute fantastic soundtrack. I'll name just some of the artists. You've got Kate Bush, Simple Minds, Psychedelic Furs, the Dream Academy, Killing Joke, Suzanne Vega, Steve Earle and the Dukes. So some really cool stuff. So there you go. $45 on the John Hughes mixtapes. There was a big box set of this as well that even expanded upon this, which I think I still have available as well. But this is the 2 LP reduced version. Box set was $120 or something like that. So this is a nice one to have. You don't want to go splurge for that box set. Again, $45 on Life Moves Fast by John Hughes. I did not mention this earlier, but it is very important. When you go to fill out the claim form at ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale, again, I'm going to put the link in here again because this is the only way to purchase these albums. US only, PayPal only, 15% off if you buy 3 or more, $6 media mail shipping. Important. Make sure to be explicit when you put what albums you want, especially if we have multiples from the same artist, which we will. So I'll mention that again when we get to an artist where we have a duplicate or this, an alternative album by a different artist. Brand new this week, actually comes out tomorrow. So you're getting it a little early, or at least you're seeing it a little early. This is the self-titled album by Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead, limited edition of 10,000, double LP on gold vinyl. This is a really cool, the 50th anniversary, great record, features a good handful of songs that became Dead staples, including my favorite, Sugar-Ree. So if you're a Jerry or a Dead fan, this is a pretty cool reissue to grab. $40 on Garcia. Next up, I've got 2 albums by an artist I'm really excited. I've never had any reissues from this artist. I couldn't believe they popped back up. This is Sixto Rodriguez. Coming from Reality is $30. These are both $30, both Rodriguez albums. And then Cold Fact. If you're not familiar with Rodriguez, look up the movie Searching for Sugar Man. It was based on him. And if you're into like Dylan, Joni Mitchell, like really good folksy singer-songwriter, raw storytelling type vibe, Rodriguez is excellent. So I've got two. We got Coming from Reality and Cold Fact. They're $30 each, black vinyl reissues. Just came out, or at least just became available. I'd never seen reissues from them before. So next up, we've got a cool unofficial FM radio broadcast from Jane's Addiction. This is live at City Square, Milan, Italy on October 11th, 1990. The track list, we've got Up the Beach, Whores, No One's Leaving, Ain't No Right, Idiots Rule, 3 Days, Been Caught Stealing, Summertime Rules, Mountain Song, Stop, Jane Says. So there you go. You know what else you need to know? I'm not sure how the sound quality is on this one. The fact that it's an FM broadcast, that's a good thing, because that means it was, obviously broadcast over the radio, and it's going to be a board capture, board audio versus like an audience recording, which I always try and stay away from for the most part. So let me mention the price on that one. $30 on the Jane's Addiction live. Next up, Sponge Wax Ecstatic, $40. This is the first time this has been on vinyl, official pressing, $40. This is on gold vinyl, a great follow-up record to their debut. This came out originally in 1996. Again, first time on vinyl, $40, Sponge Wax Ecstatic. Next up, how about some Maiden? This is Rock in Rio, $45 on Rock in Rio. This is a triple LP. Originally released in 2002, I think. This is a 2015 reissue. It looks like it's a double gatefold, really nice, thick packaging. And again, 3 LPs of Maiden's best. Really cool shot of the stage on the back. Rock in Rio by Maiden, $45 if you're into Maiden. Moving right along, we have got a live album, unofficial FM broadcast again from Mother Love Bone. I picked this one up because this is the only time Mother Love Bone played in Dallas. As you can see, it's April 1989, April 20th, 1989. It's called Captain High Top. You've got songs like title track, This is Shangri-La, Mr. Danny Boy, Stardog Champion, Crown of Thorns, Holy Roller. I did listen to this today. Sound quality is pretty good. I was excited about that. It's got a ton of really interesting banter from Andy Wood in between the songs, which is really cool. So awesome live set from Mother Love Bone, $30 on Mother Love Bone. All right, next up, we have got Primus Pork Soda, $40 on Primus Pork Soda. This has been out of print for a little while as well. Was really glad to have it back. This is the big singles, My Name is Mud. It's got the title track on it. I'm having trouble reading it because it's pretty dark in here. But great album, great 90s rock album. If you're into Les Claypool and Primus, this is kind of an essential. Probably my favorite from Primus. Love Pork Soda, $40, black vinyl reissue. Here's one that I've had on repeat. I know Sailing the Seas of Cheese has been in print. I had it probably, 3-4 months ago, but it hasn't popped back up yet. So hopefully it's going to stay in print. Next up, this is the new one from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Live at the Fillmore, 1997, 33 songs on 3 LPs. $50 is the price on this, and I cannot recommend it enough. I liked this one so much. I got the expanded 6 LP box set, which I have available as well, but it's not in the sale. But this is a fantastic record. I can't recommend it enough. It's got some of the funnest live kind of interaction between Tom and the audience, and the song choices, tons of cool covers and guests. So check out Petty live at the Fillmore 1997. Again, $50 for the 3 LP version. Next up, a really great live set here. This is Brandy Carlisle live at Benaroya Hall with the Seattle Symphony. $30. This one has been, I keep saying it, but it's true. This one's been out of print for a while. In fact, this was selling for over $100 on Discogs for well over a year. So very glad that it came back into print. This has got some of her best stuff on here. It's got The Story. It's got a cover of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, which is beautiful. Dreams. 60 Years On, Curtain Call, double LP, black vinyl, $30 on Brandy live at Benaroyal Hall. Moving right along, I'm going to mention some table stakes here before we keep going. Just to remind everybody, if you're tuning in, ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. Just put that in the chat. That's the only way to claim these albums. You got to be in the US. You got to be cool with PayPal. You're going to pay $6 for unlimited shipping, and you get 15% off if you buy 3 or more. Let's keep rolling. Pearl Jam, Lightning Bolt, yet another that has been out of print. This is a really cool album. Awesome artwork and packaging. It's die cut, and it's got kind of logo cards for every single one of the songs. I really enjoy this album. I think it gets a little bit of a bad rap from Pearl Jam fans, but I love the title track, Lightning Bolt. Mind Your Manners, their first single, was great. Pendulum is a great song. Yellow Moon's a great song. Sirens, I actually really enjoy now. I didn't like it when it first came out, but anyways, Lightning Bolt by Pearl Jam, $40. Grab it now while it's in print, because their stuff goes out of print pretty quickly. Nothing about the Google is mandatory. Time to put the claim. Google's not mandatory. PayPal is, Herbert. You got to have PayPal. It says it right on the form at the top. I believe, yes, PayPal account. You got to have a PayPal account in order to purchase these albums. I'm going to flip this record right now. This is Grant Green, Idle Moments. Again, this was the first record that we had on the list today. It was $30. This is the exact version that I'm selling that we're listening to. Let's see if we can get through the other half of these while that one plays, so I don't have to pick a new record. Next on the list, $35. All right, hold on. Let's figure something out here. Hide user on this channel. All right, we got rid of the spammer. Now we're going to move on to an album I love, The War on Drugs, $35 for I Don't Live Here Anymore. This is double LP, indie exclusive on limited edition blue vinyl. Love this band. Can't say enough about how good they are live, and this record's probably my favorite by theirs, which doesn't happen a lot when a band's on their like 4th or 5th album, but I absolutely love it. So We're on Drugs. I Don't Live Here Anymore, $35 indie exclusive. We're going to keep moving along. Pink Floyd, Metal, $30 for Metal, featuring maybe the best Pink Floyd song ever, Fearless. I absolutely love it. Echoes isn't half bad either. $30 on Metal. Next up, how about some psych rock from Austin, Texas? This is Easter Everywhere, $35 for Easter Everywhere. This is a super cool clear splatter vinyl. I listened to this the other day, and it's absolutely wonderful. 2 LP edition, very, very collectible album if you can find an original. I've only had a couple of them over the years, and they go for many hundreds of dollars if you can find them in good condition. That's Easter Everywhere, a psychedelic rock album out of Austin, Texas. All right, speaking of bands from Texas, this is a little awkward, but I figure I'd throw it in here. How about an album from a band I was in? But you know, I was in a band. This is the band called South FM. I founded this band and played guitar. The album's called Swallowing the Pill. I've got $25 on it. This is a double LP on red vinyl. We only pressed 250 of them. It's a fantastic record, but I'm completely biased. If you like bands like A Perfect Circle and Radiohead, those were some of the bands that kind of inspired us. So again, South FM, Swallowing the Pill, $25. I'll even sign it for you if you want, but you got to put that in the request form. Next up, White Stripes, Elephant, $35 on White Stripes, Elephant. This is the Third Man reissue, classic album, Ball and a Biscuit, Hypnotize, I Just Don't Know What to Do with Myself, I Want to Be the Boy. Great album. Love Jack White. I can name them all. What did I say? $35 on Elephant. How about Talking Heads, 77 for $30? Talking Heads, 77. This is Happy Day. Who Is It? Don't Worry About the Government, the book I read, Psycho Killer, great album by Talking Heads. All right, then that's $30. I have got Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. I had to throw it in here. Rest in peace, Christine McVie. It's terrible. $30 on the Rumors reissue and $25 on the self-titled reissue. So 2 Fleetwood Macs. Again, when you're filling out the request form, which is PayPal only, make sure that you specify which album you'd like. So don't just put Fleetwood Mac, because then we don't know which one you want, and it's going to make it more difficult and delay our invoicing process, which nobody wants. So next up on the list, we have got Disintegration by The Cure, $40. This is 180 gram double LP digitally remastered from the master tapes by Robert Smith. There you go, 40 bucks on Disintegration. Next up, we have got Sabbath. This is Heaven and Hell, $40 on Sabbath. Obviously, this is Ronnie James Dio Sabbath. Classic 1980 album featuring Die Young, the title track, as well as Neon Nights. Includes the bonus LP of rarities and live versions. So cool reissue of Heaven and Hell from Sabbath. How about the most recent Revolver remaster, stereo mix by Giles Martin and Sam O'Kell, $30 on the Beatles Revolver. Appetite for Destruction, $30 single LP black vinyl. Megadeth, Peace sells, but who's buying? Hopefully you are. 30 bucks, Peace sells, but who's buying on Megadeth reissue? This has been out of print for a long time, finally came back. Joni Mitchell's Blue. This is an RSD Essential on crystal clear vinyl, $35. This is newly remastered by Bernie Grundman under the supervision of Joni. Again, $35. Eric asked, do you have the Doors Paris Blues? I do not have it in this set right now. My inventory for this sale is very specific because I've got it pre-calculated, pre-sorted, pre-organized. 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile, triple LP, $50. Most recent reissue. Came back in stock about a month ago, and it's already running dry. I can tell you most distributors are already out of them, which means you got to find it at your store, or it's probably going to be gone again for a while. So 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile, $50. Chris Cornell, this is another one. Same story here, been out of print a while. $45 on Chris Cornell's self-titled 2 LP. This is a career retrospective, I guess you could say. It features not only stuff from Soundgarden like you'd expect, but this has got Audio Slave, his solo stuff, I believe some Temple of the Dog, some acoustic versions. So really cool set if you're a Cornell fan. Let's see, catching up on the chat. Second album with that Black Sabbath Half Full concert that's available also on Mob Rules. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that, Brian. Yes, I did put up the Strokes. I know exactly where it is because it was very early in the game. So I do have the Strokes original cover version, $40 on the Strokes. I agree with you, Benjamin. The Fragile is an amazing album. Soundgarden, Super Unknown, 35 bucks. Yet another one that was gone for a long while, and I'm so glad pressing plants are catching back up on all these essential albums. So if you need Super Unknown, I don't even need to look at it. This is Spoon Man and Fell on Black Days and Like Suicide and 4th of July and The Day I Tried to Live. Fantastic album. I could say the same for this one. Such a great record. Neil Young's Harvest. This is the remastered from the original analog tapes. This is celebrating its anniversary right now. They got a new box set version that's coming out, but this one is the single LP. The Chris Cornell is $45. $45 on Cornell. Next up, Astral Weeks by Van Morrison, a fantastic record. $30 on Astral Weeks. I don't know if this was on my Sunday morning playlist video I did, but it should be. This would be a fantastic one for Sunday morning. Beautiful record. I'm not a massive Van Morrison fan. I've only got probably 4 or 5 records out of his whole discography, but this is number one, and it's nice to have a new reissue of it back in print. No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom back in print. Yes, it is. In fact, we had it at the beginning of the show. I want to say No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom was 30 bucks. Yes, 30 bucks just came back in. I don't know if it'll stick around or not. I've got a few copies, but you never know these days. You never know how many albums a label or an artist presses is the problem, So you would think No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom would be a huge pressing, but it's just not the way it works. They maybe only pressed 1,000 of them or something, and then they're gone for another 6 months. So it's hard to tell, and nobody knows that. Stores don't know what the numbers are. They don't know how long things are going to stick around. Queens of the Stone Age, moving along. This is the indie exclusive orange vinyl. Fantastic record, $25 on Queens of the Stone Age, self-titled, great album. Highly recommended if you're a Queens fan. Staying with that vibe, how about some Foo Fighters? Wasting Light, $30 on Wasting Light. One of the Foo's heaviest records, in my opinion. Go listen to White Limo, Bridge Burning, some heavy songs on this. Walk is a great song to finish it off. This is a new reissue, $30 on Wasting Light by the Foo Fighters. How about American Thighs by Veruca Salt? $30 on Veruca Salt, featuring the big single Seether, kind of an underrated band from the 90s, I believe. Here's one that is different in the bunch. Taylor Swift's 1989. If anyone needs Taylor Swift, $40 on 1989. I've actually never heard this record. I'm not lying to you. I have heard Ryan Adams' cover version of this record for whatever reason. But, I'm just not a big Taylor Swift fan. But I know people love her. I've heard she's an amazing songwriter. I have no doubt in it. There you go. $40 on 1989. How about Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures? Pretty classic album here. $30 on Joy Division. This is 180 gram reissue, replicating original artwork cut from the 2007 remasters. It's a textured cover, which is kind of nice. Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures. Thank you, Herbert. Appreciate that. I think this is a pretty good batch of records, too. We've only got about 20 more, and then I'm going to try and recap. Bowling for Soup. This is a new release from a Texas-based band from this local area. Great dudes. This is Pop Drunk Snotbread, $25 on the latest from Bowling for Soup, $25. I have got 2 albums from the Allman Brothers, but Soundgarden is super unknown. It's $35, Eric. First and foremost, let's do maybe one of the best live albums of all time. This is live at Fillmore East. We had Petty at Fillmore West. Now we got the Allmans at Fillmore East. $35 on this one. All you need to know is side 4 contains Whipping Post, and it's 23 minutes long. It's fantastic. Allman Brothers, Fillmore East, $35. And then we have the latest release from the Allman Brothers archives. This is live from A&R Studios in New York, August 26th, 1971. It's as part of the 10 Bands, One Cause. So it's on limited edition pink vinyl. Statesboro Blues, One Way Out, Stormy Monday, Hot Lana. Really cool set. Some cool archival artwork. Speaking of Foo Fighters, what's DG's grabbing recently? You mean what's it going for? DG's is the crazy one. It's amazing to have reissued that one yet. Shipping is $6 unlimited, Eric. That's a good timing. Let me run through the stuff. US only. PayPal only. If you're not going to pay with PayPal, you can't buy these records. $6 unlimited shipping. So it doesn't matter if you buy 1 or 10, it's still $6. USPS media mail. And if you buy 3 or more, it's 15% off your order. There you go. Next up, we have Blood Money, the newly remastered reissue from Tom Waits, limited edition colored vinyl. Really cool reissue. This one is another one that fetches a lot as far as originals are concerned. I do have Caius Blues for the Red Sun. If you'd like a copy, then go ahead and put it in the claims form, and I'll have to. I think it's around $25. So if you're looking for Caius, it's the brand new colored reissue that just came out. Blues for the Red Sun. I'm pretty sure I've got it in stock right over there. I can see where it's at. So just put it in the claim form, Stephen, and we'll grab that one for you. We'll let you know the price of it. Oh, that's cool, Brian. I didn't know you hung with the Bowling for Soup guys. They're huge overseas. Big band overseas for sure. All right. Next up, we have got 9 Inch Nails Mud Stock. This is the iconic 1994 Woodstock live performance, $40. This is a double LP, unofficial pressing on clear vinyl. Terrible Lies, Sin, March of the Pigs, Closer, Burn, Dead Souls, Help Me, I Am in Hell, Happiness and Slavery, and of course they end almost every show with Head Like a Hole. There you go, $40 on the live 9 Inch Nails at Woodstock. We've got another one here. I'll do it right in succession. This is 9 Inch Nails with David Bowie, another unofficial live FM broadcast. $35. This is a combination, mostly Nine Inch Nails tunes, but a couple of Bowie tunes as well. You got the Becoming, Piggy, Burn, Outside, Wish, Eraser, Joe the Lion, A Small Pot of Land. So really cool Bowie Nine Inch Nails set. No Juan, no Coheed tonight, not in this batch. Next up, $35 on the Pretty Reckless. This is limited edition to 1,500 copies on purple or orchard vinyl. Really cool set by a rock band that's out there still working really hard. We've only got a few more, folks. This has been fun. Pink Floyd, $30 on the Piper at the Gates of Dawn. This is the original mono mix. 180 gram. Remastered from the original analog tapes by James Guthrie, Joel Plant, and Bernie Grundman. There you go. Piper at the Gates of Dawn, a fantastic reissue of yet another album that if you're looking for a great copy of an original, you're going to pay a lot of money for. Let's see what else. We have got Gorillaz. This is $40 on Demon Days, right? Is this Demon Days? No, this isn't Demon Days. This is just the self-titled record. So there you go, $40 on Gorillaz. I think that's someone was asking me earlier if I had any hip hop. This is the closest thing I've got to hip hop in this batch. Couple more. Batman Forever soundtrack featuring Kiss from a Rose, which was Seal, right? Got that right? Yeah, Kiss from a Rose was Seal. You also have a great U2 track that they wrote for this film called Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. Also features PJ Harvey, Massive Attack, The Offspring, Mazzy Star. So a bunch of really cool stuff. Flaming Lips, $35 on Batman Forever. Black vinyl reissue. 311, self-titled record by 311, newly remastered from the original analog tapes featuring Down, All Mixed Up, and Don't Stay at Home. 2 LP, 180 gram vinyl, 311, self-titled, $40. Got another Petty. This is, of course, Full Moon Fever, $30 on Petty's Full Moon Fever. Again, be specific on Petty if you're looking to grab. We also had the brand new Live at the Fillmore earlier. So Live at the Fillmore is 50 and Full Moon Fever was 30. So be specific on the claim form if you want one of those. Same with the Fleetwood Macs. Let us know exactly what you're looking for. Next up, we've got Operation Mindcrime from Queensryche, $40 on Operation Mindcrime. This has been out of print for quite a while, so super, super cool to have such an iconic metal record back in. Next up, how about a little punk? This is the Ramones, Triple J live at the Wireless Capitol Theatre, Sydney, Australia, July 8th, 1980. Previously unreleased show. This is limited edition of 13,000, features 23 tracks. And rare live performances of songs from End of the Century, 180 gram. This was a Record Store Day exclusive from 2021. So, and within the last year and a half, been a lot of Record Store Days, so I don't know which one. Next up, the best of ELO, $35. Double LP called All Over the World. How about the Stone Roses? Fantastic record. $30 on the Stone Roses reissue. This is a 2014 Europe reissue. I Want to Be Adored, Waterfall, Don't Stop, Made of Stone, Shoot You Down. Really cool album by the Stone Roses, the band that was not nearly as successful as they probably should have been, at least not in the U.S. We've only got 2 more, folks. Def Leppard, Hysteria. Double LP on 180 gram vinyl, $40 on Hysteria. Fantastic record. You don't see this one near as much as you do Pyromania, but Hysteria is it's up there. It's a great album, holds its own. Last but not least, we have got Skeletons from the Closet, the best of the Grateful Dead. $30 on Skeletons from the Dead. This is a pretty good entry point for the Dead if you're not a fan. Sugar Magnolia, St. Stephen, Uncle John's Band, Casey Jones, Friend of the Devil, Truckin'. So you got a lot of classic Dead songs. Single LP, black vinyl, $30 on the Dead. There you go. That's 2 full crates of records. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask. I will reiterate again that if you buy 3 or more, it's 15% off. You have to be in the United States. You have to pay via PayPal, and it's $6 unlimited medium L shipping or free local pickup. Of course, the only way to claim these is to go to ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. There's the link again. Once you submit your claim form or multiple forms, we will combine them, of course. It is first come, first serve. So the faster you get your claim in, the better off you'll be in regards to which albums you're actually going to get. Because some of these we don't have 20 of, some of these we only have 2 of, believe it or not. It just depends on the album and what we have in stock. Last but not least, make sure and be explicit about what you're filling out. And let us know, especially if it's Fleetwood Mac or Tom Petty or any of the artists where we had multiple of the same artist. Please let us know which album specifically. You can fill that in on the form, and then you wait. Please be patient. We will get invoices out to you as soon as we can tomorrow. Our goal is to have them all out by noon Central Time tomorrow, which is December 2nd. If you're placing your order live, this video will be available on demand for the next 24 hours or so. So if you happen to catch this and you're not in real time, that's okay. You can still place an order. Again, just go to ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale, and you'll be good to go. If nobody has any other questions, I just want to say thank you to the 42 people who are still on. That's pretty amazing. I see that we are getting some orders, and that's amazing because that means it's working properly and you've heard me and you understand. So if you have any questions at all, you can reach us directly at orders@ntxvinyl.com. I'm going to put that in here too. Orders@ntxvinyl.com is our email address. So if you have questions, you can email us there. There you go. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Again, orders@ntxvinyl.com if you have questions. ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale if you'd like to put in a claim on any of these albums. Thanks as always. We'll be back with another episode of Vinyl for Sale probably in another 2 weeks or so. We've got a ton of great inventory. So thanks as always for the support, and we will be back again and see you next time.